In this video I am going to show you how to do a panel to glass conversion on the rear doors of this Toyota Proace van. Tools required for the job: drill with metal cutting drill bit, reciprocating saw and metal cutting blades, electric file belt sander and caulking gun. So the first thing to do is check that you have the right glass. This is just a standard green tinted glass customers requested. The more common glass is the privacy tint, the dark tinted ones. So as you can see, the inner seam is already pre-cut. So basically you're just having to follow this inner seam on the inside. You don't need to measure anything up or anything, it's just a straightforward cutout. Most vans are like this on most panels. You just need to cut them out from the inside and follow the seam. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill holes just near the corners all the way around. What I do is I cut the corners first. Once I've drilled the holes at near the corners, I've got my reciprocating saw blades on, and what I do is I put one on a bench grinder. They're quite wide, the blades, so I'll put one of them on a bench grinder and grind it down so it's nice and thin, so I can do the corners. And I do the straight edges with a standard blade that's not been modified at all. This is the blades I use. It's the S922EF 130mm, multi-teeth. The more teeth per inch the better, the finer the cut you'll get. I sometimes use the longer blades as well, but it's just what I can get my hands on at the time. So I'll first use the narrow blade to go around the corners. And when you're cutting the panels out, it's important to try and really get as neat a cut as you can all the way around. Just take your time and follow the inside panel that's already pre-cut. This is a 2021 Toyota Proace van, and it's the same as the Vauxhall Vivaro or the Peugeot Expert or the Citroën Dispatch. So that's me got all the corners cut. There's quite a few corners on this van, so I might have to change the blades back and forward a couple of times. But I like to just do the straight edges with the wide blade, so it gets a nice straighter cut. So I'm going to have to change my blade there again because I've still got few twists and turns. You'll know when you need to replace the blades. It just starts to bite. Starts to bite and bounce around rather than just cutting straight through the metal. Just do the same on the other side. So that's both panels successfully cut out. What we need to do now is get our electric file belt sander and just go around all the edges. There might be some bits that are uneven, need filed down a bit, so just spend time making sure it's a neat and tidy finish and there's no sharp edges left. You can do this by hand as well, but obviously it just takes a little bit longer. Once that's done, just prepare your glass, give your glass a good clean. All the cleaning products and the urethane that I use is all Terrazone stuff from Henkel. So I use a Terrazone glass cleaner, Terrazone white spirits cleaner FL Plus, and the Terrazone primer, and Terrazone 60 minute dry cure time on the urethane. So I'm just getting some white spirits and cleaning up the bodywork around the edges here. Same on the glass, just go around the edge, making sure there's no contaminants. I'm just going to use my black primer to go around where I've cut the panel out. It's obviously bare metal there, so I'm just going to prime it all, stop it rusting. Just make sure you get all the bare metal all the way around. And just give that around 5 minutes to dry. Same on the glass. This is a must. You must put primer on the glass edge where the glue's going to go, and on the bodywork on both surfaces. You need this for the glue to stick properly. If you don't use it, it will initially stick, but through time it will just come away and the windows will just fall out. Just got to think where you're putting the primer as well. I do this all the time, so I know exactly where to put it. If you can imagine the window being in place there, you're just coming up maybe about an inch, about 25mm from the edge of the glass and from the edge of the bodywork. So once the primer's dry, I'm just going to knock on this edge trim. You get various sizes of this edge trim. It just gives it a really neat finish. This is what I would call the small. can go up to an XL, which is used for Volkswagen Transporter T5s, T6s, on the side windows on them. There's quite a big gap between the two panels when you cut the panel out. Actually, I'll put a link in the description for where you can get this. But I think if you're going to be doing a panel to glass conversion on your van, you really need to fit this trim on it. It just doesn't look very nice just with bare metal. And as you can see, it's a nice tidy finish all the way around. Just make sure it's on properly. Just knock it on with a rubber mallet. Just check it all the way around. Just make sure that it's on properly. There's none of the trims being caught on the metal edge. And as you can see, that's a really nice, neat and tidy finish. This is how it'll look from the inside once the glass is fitted. So that's the final stage done, just ready to fit the windows now. So I just used some masking tape here, just to hold the window in place once it's fitted. It just bonds straight onto the bodywork, so there's nowhere it can sit. It would just, if you didn't put the masking tape on, it would just slide down. So we've got a pre-cut nozzle on here as always. We've got a high point bead. Just take your time. I'm doing it quite fast here. I've actually sped the video up. I like to just put it on the bodywork and follow the primer line all the way around. You can either do one at a time, or I'm just doing both here. If you'd like to see any more of these videos, please subscribe to my channel. I plan on putting these up regular. I'll just touch up all the joins, just make sure there's no gaps. It'll be 100% watertight. And it's just a case of basically lifting the window straight into position. You just leave there's probably make sure the gap all the way around from the glass to the bodywork's the same. You're looking at maybe 2 or 3 millimeters all the way around on these. And just right in the centre between the doors, just make sure it's lined up with the edge of the door. Just push it firmly into the glue. You just check that it's got an even gap between the bodywork and the glass all the way around. Same with the other one. Once you've got it into position, just push it into place, tape it up. And with these, with them being double doors, you just want to make sure that the gap between the body and the glass, the bond is exactly the same. So you've not got one window sticking out against the other window. They need to be flush. Just check that looks good. Just make sure that's level. That's it. Window's fitted. I'll just put extra tape here until the glue dries. Usually just put tape most of the way around the window. Leave that on for an hour or so. And that's the job done. Another happy customer. Thanks for watching.